Adjusting torque.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
Will she be harmed if she doesn't cooperate?
Absolutely not. We have big plans for Dr. Lee, including the resurrection of one of her greatest creations. The last thing we'd want to do is kill the Golden Goose. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data that Proctor Ingram is eagerly awaiting. I want you to bring it to her immediately. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Reactor at 100% efficiency.
Looks like we have a thruster imbalance. Tweaking pitch.
Carry food with you or you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive. Damn ferals. Radiation has a twisted sense of humor.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
Wait, you didn't expect me to survive the trip?
A device like the Signal Interceptor is way out of my league. I was hoping you'd make it, but I find it tough to have faith in technology I don't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best-case scenario. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, I've got a new assignment for you. So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. We can't risk tipping off the Institute. For now, the fewer people that know about it, the better. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
My help? I don't know a thing about robot repair.
Why don't we leave the repairing to my scribes? You're going to be doing the legwork. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
I assume you can fix that?
I wish it was that simple. If this happened to one of the robots on the Pridwin, I'd just swap out its fusion pile. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Hey,
All right.
Paladin Dance.
Can I help?
Your thoughts?
Rebuilding Liberty Prime will ensure our victory over our adversaries in the Commonwealth.
Your thoughts?
It was a stroke of genius to park the Pridwin above the airport. I can't think of a better location.
Your thoughts?
Back in the capital wasteland.
Nada.
Your thoughts?
Doesn't it feel good to be a part of something as important as the Brotherhood?
That was all.
Affirmative.
Back to the Pridwin.
I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. I had enough of Lyons and his foolish ways.
I like lions.
Attention. Delta Team Lead, report to the bridge. Delta Team Lead to the bridge.
I can't wait to see Liberty Prime in action again.
Once we decrypt that intel you recovered from the Institute, we'll know a lot more about them.
How can a machine believe it's alive? It's ridiculous.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
One of us is a liar, and it isn't me.
Oh, don't try and pin that nonsense on me. I said I'd come back to the Brotherhood, and I have. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Why won't you help us with Liberty Prime?
We deserve an answer, Doctor.
I originally left the Brotherhood because I was tired of being stepped on and used. First, there was the Water Purification Project, designed to freely benefit the entire Capital Wasteland. Even though the Brotherhood allowed it to be activated, they wanted to control it. But that wasn't enough. They forced me to help design Liberty Prime. Turned my work into a weapon of war. I had enough, so I left. It's as simple as that.
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
And we want to stop the Institute from using its technological superiority as a weapon.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
And she does it again.
Cade won't clear me for duty yet. I think he's giving me orders now.
If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Proctor Tegan might have what you need.
If you run into any sense, shoot to kill. We don't take...
Oh, God. Mole rat on a stick was a really bad idea. Excuse me.
Am I? Oh, am I?
Proctor Ingram?
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Maybe I should teach her some manners.
That's not necessary. She isn't gonna be much good to us if she's lying in a hospital bed. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
You're acting like I know what those are.
Oh, I know you haven't the faintest idea what I'm talking about. I just like watching you squirm. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
I think we already have one, Powder. Oh, I have a mess here to clean up. Build a marble castle here or something. See?
Unless you like getting radiation sickness, I'd stay away from ferals.
Had you shaking the whole ground, Paladin?
Proctor.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity. Hey, where are you going? We're almost done with Prime.
Well, turn around. I want to talk to your back.
Ingram?
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the
my
restoration
lord.
of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
There you go.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
I have to get my power armor.
Rearming Prime with nukes should get him back to full fighting potential.
Now that we have intelligence on the Institute, we can use it against them to gain the upper hand.
Now that's what I call locked and loaded.
Yeah, I like that, huh, Paladin?
Hey,
Go ahead.
Let me make
Got
sure
anything
you got
interesting
enough
for me
stuff.
today?
Okay.
Neutralized.
Who's there?
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
I'm surprised you've survived over there without my help.
Now that the Pridwin's here, we don't really need you anymore. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
That's not surprising. After all, it's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Doesn't sound too difficult.
Ah, no. Not at all. You're only heading back into the most inhospitable place in the entire Commonwealth. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Gonna cook us from the inside out. Well. background sakes, whether it's a death claw or you. And dog meat. See bugs. I see him. Dog meat. There's Paladin. Where are you, Fall? Ah, I'm out of bullets. Are you stuck? Again, you're stuck. Dog meat, get out of that junk. What's going on with you, man? That's one dialogue didn't come out. Oh, dog meat opened the door.
It appears that this facility is more than just bomb disposal. It's been converted into a launching silo as well. To you, that doesn't seem old. To me, it's an archaeological relic.
I'm an archaeological relic. Call me old there, Paladin? Youngster?
Nice.
Well, they're having trouble with them. What? Okay, you're right. Why am I stuck here? Dog meat? Same thing. You're repairable. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That's gotta be hurting your ears, huh, boy?
Why is it so quiet in here? I don't like this.
Okay. Oh, look at that, a nuke grenade.
Vaporized. Negative visual. Down.
Ah, you're back, huh? There. This tank makes a lot of AP.
Sent them back to hell.
Ah. Children of Adam. Children of Adam.
Nice.
Well, that's a skill they don't teach in boot camp.
I teach ya.
Dance.
Is something amiss?
Your thoughts?
I think you should stay on point. Your instincts seem to be right on target.
Your thoughts?
I'm proud to be fighting by your side.
Your thoughts?
People in the Brotherhood are looking up to you. Keep it up, soldier.
Your thoughts?
You think we'll actually find anything down here?
Your thoughts?
There's a wealth of technology, just waiting to be discovered out here.
Your thoughts?
It's a pleasure to be a part of a team you can depend on.
Your thoughts?
I hope this tunnel's stable. I don't plan on getting buried alive today.
Your thoughts?
You're more than worthy to wear our uniform. Be proud.
Your thoughts?
You were born to be a soldier. You just didn't know it until now.
That was all.
Not a problem.
Mr. Motivator.
No mercy! Ceasefire!
Glad to have you back, Paladin. Legendary was that? I gotta help me kill this fool.
Long live the Brotherhood!
Hey.
Dang me. Alright. Hey, Dogmeat, you gotta behave in here because I like this. Hopefully I don't die. kids don't like it, but you'll live with it.
Excuse me.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
I'm looking for some bombs. Nuclear bombs.
The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time of the Great Divide. None shall enter.
Enough of this nonsense. Tell me where the nukes are. Right now.
Your anger will not bring you closer to Atom, nor to his holy works. You will leave this place at once, or face Atom's wrath.
All right, nutjob. This is your last warning. Show me the nukes, or else.
No! Your time on this world has ended. Face Atom's wrath and despair.
Where is he?
I have to admit, I'm very impressed by your performance in the field.
One mine. I couldn't get around to hit anything. You wiped them all out. Thank you, sir.
Anything useful?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what he's got to say.
This is Captain Mitch Dunleavy, 132nd Engineering Corps at Sentinel Site Prescott. All lines of communication are down, and we're tracking multiple inbounds on radar. If this is a drill, we need confirmation immediately. We've got a lot of nervous soldiers over here, Command. If this is the big one, they want to head home to their families before it's too late. Some of the inbounds are getting awfully close. Wait a minute. The inbounds are splitting into multiple targets? Oh, hell. This is it, isn't it? May God have mercy on our souls.
Amen. Hey, Paladin, I want a picture. Here. Wait.
Paladin dance.
Now that this site's been secured, you should return to the airport immediately. I'll remain on watch until the vertibirds arrive.
Was it something I said?
Not at all. I just don't have a choice. Elder Maxon's orders were quite clear. I'm not to take my eyes off these bombs until every one of them has been counted, tested, and loaded. If we want Liberty Prime to reach peak fighting efficiency, we can't afford to lose this stockpile. Dismissed, Knight.
Yeah, see, send me off by myself into the glowing sea. La da 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 la. I got dog meat. Come on, buddy. Let's try to kill this guy first. I need birds up to collect. Dog meat, come on. You guys don't like these. None of ya.
Heads up. Over here.
He's not gonna. Alright. I'll meet ya. I'm not going back to the airport. My dog. Perfect.
Welcome back. It needs some refinement, but I think we can consider my serum a qualified success.
This is incredible.
It is a significant first step, but it still only works on one strain of FEV. It will take years, perhaps decades, to generalize my formula. Still, you have my gratitude. You're welcome to make use of my lab, or help yourself to any of this junk, if you want it. In the meantime, I have a lot of experiments to run. Excuse me.
Let's go, dog meat.